Welcome to Educational Inequality 101. Some kids have access to these resources, such as computers, smartboards, or televisions, but many do not. Children who do not have these resources face significant adversity both in their education and in their communities.
Educational inequality usually preys on the already disadvantaged, those who are marginalized and forsaken by the outside world, and those whose socioeconomic status severely limits their options. The masses affected by educational inequality are not only the millions living in the so-called third world and suffering on the edge of society's awareness. There are thousands of students all over America who are not given the chance at a real and viable education.
A recent study showed that only 7 out of 120 7th grade students in a North Carolina school knew the name of the current president of the United States.
In 2006, it was uncovered that the students of the impoverished urban schools in Camden, New Jersey were being pushed through into upper grade levels despite failing marks and poor performance on standardized state tests. The administrators have been keeping 2 sets of grade books and robbing the students of a proper chance for education.
Many struggling school districts in and around Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, and Philadelphia share proximity with some of the state's most wealthy districts and schools, both public and private. These schools suffer from an extreme lack of resources as well as a lack of support for teachers. They do not offer students a chance to give input on school decision-making and effectively rob them of their chance to facilitate change.
After hearing about these problems that exist in school systems, you may wonder, what can anyone do to help combat this inequality?
One solution could be to implement existing educational curriculum, such as adding African American studies or putting a greater emphasis on math, English, and the sciences.
Another possibility is to help one child by tutoring them in an area that they need help in. For instance, in Anderson Elementary in Philadelphia, 38% of third graders are reading below basic levels. Anything you can do to help one of these children and supplement the education they're already receiving would go a long way.
Another way to influence current educational trends besides donating your time is donating your resources.
To effectively learn, students need basic supplies such as pens and pencils. By donating these supplies to needy students, you can help close the gap between the rich and the disadvantaged students.
Particularly books. Students without access to books struggle to maintain grade-level reading skills. Just giving books to kids in disadvantaged schools can give students a chance to achieve.
Besides donating resources such as time and materials, it is important that students become invested in their own education. Students in disadvantaged school districts need to have a say in changes and curriculum within their schools. Essentially, students have a right to fight for their education.
We've learned several ways to combat educational inequality. You can mentor and tutor children, and you can also donate resources, but most importantly, you can speak out. The greatest catalyst for change comes from within the educational system itself. Your incentive is your own education and your own future.